The time of this recording, this is actually July the 10th with the new and latest FIFA ranking that would have come out today, actually. So the next ranking would be in 69 days, which is the 17th of September. So between now and then, we may have the World Cup qualifier. I really don't know the exact date, so I didn't check that. We may have that by then. So looking at this, obviously, what would be exciting to us as Trinidadians and Tobagonians who are looking for a place in the 2026 World Cup would definitely be this: the big drop that Jamaica had. We know that Jamaica was 63rd, so they have dropped to 70th. So we'll get into that, right? As you know, obviously, we are in CONCACAF, so we're looking at CONCACAF, what's going on there. Well, we see the powerhouses being the powerhouses 1, 2, and 3. Um, Canada had a huge move, actually. I don't know if that is up here. No, it's not. But yeah, they had a pretty big move also. So the normal dominant teams remain the normal dominant teams, right? As I said, the first one that we saw is Jamaica with their drop. What I like about this is that, and I didn't know this before, so this is brand new to me, that you're able to pull the information for all the games that they had within the window and you could see the actual results. I see that they have the Unity Cup here, but they don't have a result for the game, but they still put it as a draw. I'm not sure I understand that, but again, it was consistent throughout when I looked. So if we look at their 1 year, they were 50 something, reach as high as 53rd, they're now 70th. But I mean, statistics is just one thing, right? We know that Jamaica doing a lot of homework. This kind of proves that not just because you have big players it will work, but we know that they have a coach who has years of experience and probably will get it to work. We're just hoping that this run of form continues a little bit for us and benefits us now in that sense. Curacao improved by 4 spots. They were actually 90th. Now they are 86th. And we know that they're doing a lot of recruiting too. And they are a team that we're not taking for granted either. They didn't actually have any games within the window, or at least here, written here. I think they played, I just can't remember for sure, but they have been moving up. They were 90th and hanging around reach as high as 86, which they're currently back at. And if we look over a 5 year period, they were a bit higher, but they look like they're on a upward trajectory now, right? Again, it's maths, it's statistics, it's trends. So it could say anything we wanted to say basically. Right. So we look in, then we see El Salvador, we see Haiti. So let's go to the full ranking. Here we come to us, Trinidad and Tobago. We are currently ranked at 101, which is a drop. 100 is where we were. We are now 101. This is what our record looks like within the last window. And again, I say that they put the Unity Cup, but they put it for everybody and leave it as a draw. So I'm not sure why, but that's what they did. I mean, most of us know the records. We had two draw, a huge loss, a close loss, the win against St. Kitts Nevis, as I say, I don't know why they put the Ghana, and the close one against Jamaica. This is what our graph looks like. Um, since 2023, we have kind of been on a bit of a decline. And since the installation of the new coach, we haven't really moved that much anyway. Over the last 5 years, we kind of still in the same spot. Let's look at all the years. Do you know we were once ranked 25th in the world? 2001. Do your homework and see who was the coach around that time. Even here, when we were down to 50th, so it's 2003. This was one of our most successful periods, and guess what happened after that? We made it to the World Cup. We were on a upward. We were down here, let me say, what, 77th, started moving up, climbing up the chart. 2006, we were 50th, and then we went into the World Cup. Whatever happened after that happened after that. It had a lot of drama, and I guess we haven't really recovered since then. We had a good showing here where we were back in the top 50, and then, well, we never really catch ourselves after that. But going back to this again begs the question: are we doing enough with the new coaching team, the players we have on board? We had the whole conversation about that already, but this kind of highlights that we need to do a little more. And that is where we, as the eager fans, looking for the improvements, we're looking for the new players. We still not hearing anything, but we're looking. And our next teammate in our group is Bermuda, who actually moved up 6 places. They were actually 168. They played 2 games within that time. Um, 2 wins, one against the Cayman Islands and one against Cuba. They It seemed to be a big jump for them, 6.6 places. Last 5 years, how did it look? Yeah, it's actually the highest they've been in a while. Let me see if this is. Oh no, well, again, when everybody started, they were pretty high, and they were actually pretty good, 120. Saying that relative because we are at 100, but they are improving. So again, this shows that all the teams stepping it up. Jamaica stepping it up, but they have some concerns, and we hoping for the best with those concerns that it helps us. Curacao, as we saw, widening the gap against us because Curacao is now at 86 when they were 90th, 91. So they are pulling away from us. Jamaica making the group more competitive by reducing their position. We are still consistently where we are. So you tell me, what do you think? Have we done enough? Are we doing enough? Will we do enough to make it to the World Cup? I know there's a conversation that we started having, and it's not one that we want to really take too much, but I definitely think is statistics don't lie. We had a lot of games. As we know, we had the huge window where we had quality camp. This is what our record looked like within that period. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. I think we could probably leave out that and that. I don't know why they counted the 2 Unity Cup. I'm sure somebody might be able to tell me, but they have the Unity Cup there in the FIFA window. So I don't know. Even if we want to check these 5 games, a win, 2 draws, 2 losses. Probably not what we're looking for at this stage. But again, we're supporting as much as we could. We're looking for as much players as we could. We hope that they made some progress on the grandparent law, and that we get players soon. So again, like, share, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts, because as always, there's where we have the conversations and there's where we talk, right, in the chat. And let's continue building the base, building the national team, supporting. It's probably not going to be called the Soca Warriors again. Who knows what they will call us now? And hopefully the TTFA wise enough to patent the name for themselves, whatever it is. So all the best with that, TTFA. But again, we as the supporters really looking for improvement. We're looking for consistency. We're looking for solid play. So tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts.